Number 9. Natural Lips, Sudan. One thing Google Earth has done is shown internet users the world in all its bizarre detail. Why do we say bizarre? Well, check out this image that was revealed out in the desert of Sudan. Pucker up because it looks like the landscape is feeling amorous. Though, to be honest, those lips may need some chapstick, we're thinking. Measuring 3,281 feet long, it really is an extraordinary natural feature. What appear to be trees have grown in such a way that they look like a great big kisser from the air. Even the sand has joined in the fun. What could be different colored sand acts like a kind of lipstick shade. This part of the desert is all glammed up with nowhere to go. It's found in West Darfur, in the vicinity of a village called Arawala. We reckon locals wouldn't be able to see the crazy sight at ground level, so they aren't aware their location is giving them some lip. Quite a lot of lip, in fact. Number 8. Trementina Base, New Mexico. The Church of Scientology is one of the most talked about religions and cultural phenomenons in modern history, with its A-list celebrity membership and its founder first achieving success as a sci-fi author. The church has grabbed its fair share of headlines over the years, with the group reportedly being very secretive. That sense of public interest only grows, so it kind of fell to Google Earth to reveal what's reportedly one of its key locations, an area covering 50 to 60 acres in the desert of New Mexico called Trementina Base. Trementina translates into English as Turpentine. We're not sure we could explain that one. Anyway, the point here is to showcase this awesome location, which comprises various structures, including what's presumed to be a 3-story house constructed against a hill. According to one journalist, the operation continues extensively underground. There's a cathedral of sorts said to contain the texts of creator L. Ron Hubbard. And these are apparently more than just simple texts. They are engraved onto precious metal and sealed inside capsules for protection. Protection against what? Well, it's thought that a nuclear apocalypse will put mankind out of action. Scientologists will leave and later come back to Trementina Base. How will they know where to find it? Simple-ish. There are 2 prominent markers in the shape of overlapping circles containing a diamond. This symbol is reportedly owned by the Church of Technology, itself connected to Hubbard's organization. A tunnel network is also said to form part of an underground survival area. Trementina Base has its own water supply, useful for being way out in the desert, but also great if a nuclear winter comes along. The base has been viewed from above by Google Earth, but what is it actually like inside? One man who's been there and done that is a Las Vegas policeman who, we should point out, wasn't a Scientologist. As he reported, he took a tour but wasn't entirely convinced everything was completely as it seemed. Will we ever discover what goes down at Trementina Base? Should there be anything to tell? Or do we wait for a nuke to go off before everything becomes clear? Hopefully not the latter option. Number 7. Island within a lake within an island with a lake. Philippines. If you happen to be living on Luzon Island, part of the Philippine archipelago, you might feel a little cut off from time to time. That's natural, what with living on an island and all. However, spare a thought for Volcano Island. That's the island that's part of Luzon Island. Come again? An island? Within an island? How does that work? It's about to get even more confusing, because this island also contains its own island. Before you reach for the painkillers, allow us to explain. Luzon Island features Lake Taal. Clear so far? That lake plays host to Volcano Island. As you can imagine, they don't call it that because it's a placid spot where nothing happened. The area has seen its fair share of hot stuff from under the ground. We're getting sidetracked. Volcano Island being what it is, there's a crater, and that crater has filled with water, creating a lake called, well, Crater Lake. Then, amazingly, Crater Lake has another island. Reports state it's actually more like a bump named Vulcan Point. Put all of this together and you have one heck of a geographical puzzle. You can arguably only get a true picture of it via Google Earth. This location isn't unique, but it's almost there. Only one other place exists in the world with this type of layout, and that's over in Canada. Number 6. Azraq Oasis Wheels, Jordan. Many places across the globe have ancient sites that are truly mysterious. Stone circles are a familiar sight to various cultures. Over in the Middle Eastern country of Jordan, however, there's a stone mystery that's maybe more intriguing than most. Looking from the air, experts have observed structures that are shaped like wheels. Check out this spoke-like design. They almost appear like little drawings from way out here, but believe us, at ground level, they're anything but. At the Azraq Oasis, which is situated in Jordan's eastern desert and made up of wetlands, a group of these wheels were investigated from above. They have an unusual layout in that their spokes are aligned to the southeast and northwest. This makes them stand out from other examples in the country. What's the significance of the orientation? Experts believe the spokes are supposed to be aimed in the direction of a winter solstice sunrise. It's a possible reason, though ultimately people don't know. The local people, the Bedouins, reportedly offer a vague explanation that the structures were placed there by their ancestors. Researchers have managed to pinpoint the age of a couple of these structures out in the Black Desert. Found in an area called Wadi Wisad, they were assessed using OSL, or optically stimulated luminescence. Put simply, this works out when sediment is exposed to light over time. How old were the structures? Some 8,500 years old. There's clearly still much to do in establishing what the wheels are and their true purpose. The answers won't come swiftly though, we're afraid. These wheels have been talked about and documented since the early 20th century. Maybe we'll know more in another 100 years or so, right? Number 5. Aircraft Boneyard, USA. What exactly is an aircraft boneyard? It's a place where planes go to die, it looks like. Though in the case of the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, things aren't as bleak as they may seem. On the base is the 309th AMARG, or Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group. You can bring an aircraft here either to junk it or pass it on to another pilot. Doesn't it harm the planes, leaving them out in the Arizona desert? Surprisingly, no. In fact, this location was chosen due to the optimal outdoor conditions. There's low humidity and rainfall, reducing the chances of rust. Also, the altitude here is a reported 2,550 feet, making the air quality on the friendly side. So if you take a trip to the boneyard or check it out on Google Earth, what do you see? This fascinating place could be described as a museum. It's been in operation since the 1940s. Planes such as a B-29 Superfortress, C-47 Skytrain, and a Convair B-36 Peacemaker can be found. The vehicles number in the hundreds. There's so much going on here. No wonder it's the biggest aircraft boneyard of its kind on the planet, huh? On arrival, the planes are stripped of stuff like weaponry if they're former military craft, and their leftover fuel is removed. Then they get a good wash. Plus, they also get some extra help in coping with those helpful but harsh desert conditions. A plastic compound known as Spraylat can be sprayed on the bodywork for protection. We guess it's a little like slapping on some sunblock. Lord knows you need that out in Arizona. Did you know that there were aircraft recycling sites like this one? Let me know what other cool things you found while perusing Google Earth in the comments below. And make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Number 4. Blood Lake, Iraq. This may look like something out of a horror movie, but it's all too real. Google Earth captured this vivid and scary image of a lake in Iraq that's colored bright red. Named Lago Vermelho, it's in the Sadr city area of Baghdad, and certainly got the internet talking when images were posted. The perhaps reassuring news is that this was a temporary state of affairs. Reports state that Lago Vermelho is looking more watery these days, and not like a butcher's bucket. Speaking of butchers, and press fast forward if you're squeamish, the red coloring has been put down to local establishments throwing blood and such into the lake. We should point out, however, that this is only a theory. Truth be told, no one seems to know why this phenomenon happened. Some have offered the explanation of salt levels in the water. Others say that this is a disturbing side effect of pollution. Because the red is no longer there, it remains a tantalizing mystery, and a gruesome looking one. Number 3. Witchy Pentagram, Kazakhstan. If you thought an apparent lake of blood was freaky, wait till you check this out. Yes, thanks to Google Earth, we have the striking image of what looks like a pentagram in Kazakhstan. It's estimated to be 1,200 feet in diameter and is situated to the south of the Upper Tobol Reservoir. This deserted part of the country is reportedly an unexplored haven for archaeologists. So, is this a chilling remnant of some ancient evil? With the nearest city 12 miles away, this might be the perfect spot to summon any demonic forces from beyond our world. Before you get too excited or flee your room in terror, there's a practical explanation for the epic pentagram. It's actually a star-shaped park dating back to the days of the Soviet Union in Asia. Instead of sacrificing goats, you'd probably be more likely to take your dog for a walk here, right? Number 2. So who owns this land? Persian Gulf. We'll give you 3 guesses as to who owns this island in the Persian Gulf. Only joking, it's abundantly clear what the answer is thanks to Google Earth. Abu Dhabi has been even more noticeable from space, owing to a 2-mile-long, half-a-mile-wide Hamad that was painstaking and epically made in the sand. Who exactly is Hamad? Well, to give him his full name, he's Sheikh Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, a member of Abu Dhabi royalty no less. As pointed out at the time, though honestly you can't miss it, the letters H and A were filled with water from the adjoining Arabian Gulf Strait. There was speculation back in 2011 when this astonishing sight came to light. Had the name been created for purely egocentric reasons? Was it a tourist draw? Whatever the reason, it was an incredible feat both for structural and vanity purposes. The fun appears to have lasted for a couple of years. In 2013, the letters were removed, though a reason wasn't provided. Maybe it was a case of doing something to see if it could be done. The Sheikh certainly isn't short of cash when it comes to realizing a large-scale project, so Hamad may be no more, but the evidence is preserved forever because of modern technology. The sands of time may shift, but Google sees all. Number 1. Secret alien base in Antarctica? If aliens landed on Earth, where's a likely place they'd go? Antarctica? Surely too chilly. But hey, they're ETs. Maybe they come from a freezing cold planet, or it could make sense to pick somewhere remote where they won't be detected by humans. Might they have landed already in the snowy wastes, and we just don't know about it yet? According to some avid studiers of Google Earth, this just might be the case. In 2021, evidence of what's believed to be a hidden alien base was spotted via the website. And when we say hidden, we weren't kidding. Submerged underwater, the base is said to be approximately 111 miles off the coast. This could be the remains of ancient structures. Some say they can see walls down there, for example. Is that a landing zone for UFOs? How long ago were the aliens here? This is one of those stories that raises more questions than it answers. The idea of ancient aliens whose activities predate and maybe influence our culture is long established. Is Google Earth really the right tool to discover such things? Possibly, but the potential for error is super high. After all, you're just sitting in your chair at home, and all too often these deals can be natural phenomena that just look different in this context. The only way to settle the matter, maybe, is to fly out to Antarctica, put a thermal wetsuit, and dive down to check out the area for yourself. Not that we advise that you do that personally. Perhaps researchers will look into this eerie underwater mystery sometime in the near future. Thanks for watching. Are there other crazy things found by Google Earth you think we left off the list? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, and see you soon. Bye!